Good afternoon, Lynette Oxley here for Tac Shack Tactical TV. Sorry that we're about a minute late or so, but we've just come back from Waterfall Arms where we had an awesome GOSA Girls on Fire event. So that was really great. We had some great ladies on the range this morning. In any case, Paul, today nothing serious. We're just going to talk about welcome again. Nothing
Hello,
serious.
viewers. Yeah. We literally we left Waterfall at about 1:20, and that's about 40 minutes away. So
yes, so we might be slightly rushed this afternoon. In any case, so are we? The first thing that we can discuss is maybe festivals. Is there any?
well, yeah, yay! Squirrel's taken his knee off our necks a bit, so we can start planning and to host firearms festivals again. And in fact, that's exactly what we're doing. So we're planning a festival for the end of next month, the end of October, which at this stage looks as if it will be at
Wattle Springs.
Wattle Springs. Sorry, geez, name escaped me entirely. Yeah, Wattle Springs, which is out near Bronkhorstspruit, Delmas area. So probably closer to Pretoria than to Johannesburg, but very close to the East Rand as well. So and it's a great venue. It's a very nice venue. So we're planning to have our first outing there. We're busy with the planning of that right now. It's going to be good to get back on the range, you know.
So we'll have like normal products
Yep.
there.
Yep.
We'll have the
Yep.
first time that the 50 cal, the GOSA's 50 cal and 308 will be there.
So as people may know, Truvello has had some changes since the last festival they attended with us, and although they still support us, we struggle a little bit to get them with their availability to bring the guns out to the festivals. And the festivals are very important to us, and the 50 cal specifically is very important at the festivals. So GOSA scrimped and saved, and we bought our own 50 cal, and we bought our own 308, so that we can have the Truvello, we can have the standard Truvello range.
Hopefully they'll bring the 20 mil.
Hopefully they'll bring the 20 mil and the 14.5 when they have a chance. So they can fill in, and even if they are at the festivals, they can run that range. But we just added. We absolutely needed to be able to rely on the fact that we could have the guns at the range. So we've filled that gap in for us, because it's a huge draw card for us, and it's very important to us.
We'll have a GOSA Girls on Fire introduction to handguns on both the Saturday and the Sunday morning.
Correct.
And maybe you can speak a little bit about Gun Buddies our first book.
As we did with the Girls on Fire 6 years ago, where we created that out of nothing but a snide remark from Rebecca Davies. Thanks, Rebecca. We created Girls on Fire, and look what's happened with Girls on Fire. It's an incredible story. It's just caught a light everywhere. It's got international traction. People can't say anything bad about it. It's all good. It's all women's empowerment.
And there's some awesome ladies involved.
Anti-GBV. In fact, just at this event we had this morning, in the last month or so, a new organization was launched in South Africa. It was quite well publicized.
I will actually interview the lady Omoholo
correct
next Tuesday. She's from
GBV, the GBV Monitor. And Omoholo was attended the Girls on Fire.
I don't think she made it today.
I think she was. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But there was. So yeah, we've got them on board. The Girls on Fire has been a great thing. The next big thing for us. Not that we're over the Girls on Fire, we've actually, just in the last couple of weeks, we've established the Girls on Fire as a separate NGO, a separate non-profit organization, because we think they have international legs. We think they can go far.
And the program will be expanded quite significantly.
Correct.
We've got some
awesome
stuff planned.
So apart from just training women in awareness and how to defend themselves with firearms and how to spot the threat coming, the whole left of bang thing. So how to spot the threat coming and how to avoid it before it becomes a threat. So beyond that, we've had this desire to address the problem of firearms that appear in schools and in school settings, and that lead to some the GOSA Gun Buddies, and we had that event out in El Dorado Park with all the kids, and we've on June the 16th on Freedom Day, and beyond that, we want to take firearms safety training. This is not teaching kids to shoot. This is firearms safety training. We teach kids in school about traffic. We teach them look left, look right, look left again before they cross the road. But we don't teach them about another potential danger in society, which is coming across a gun. So there are probably more unlicensed firearms in South Africa, more undocumented firearms than there are licensed and documented firearms. And these float around in the community. And we get the blame for a lot of, for everything that bad that happens with firearms. Gun owners get the blame. But we have to do something to teach kids what to do if they come across a gun. For whatever reason. They're playing in an old building.
This morning with some moms and dads and stuff like that. Yeah.
They're playing in an old, dilapidated, broken down building. They discover a gun that's been thrown away after a crime by a criminal or whatever, and they play with it and bang, and somebody gets injured, and gun owners in general get the blame for that. So what we want to do is we want to try to step into that situation and teach kids as young as 5 and 6 years old what to do when they find a gun. It's not something it's a dangerous situation, although the gun itself, if handled properly, is not dangerous. But it's not a toy. So if they handle it properly, if they handle the situation properly according to the way we explain it to the people, the situation can be safely resolved. So what we've done further to that, and this is something that Lynette, you've been wanting to do for 20 years.
Yes. That shows my age, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, is write children's stories, a children's book.
Not that I have kids of my own.
Yeah, but you know,
but any case.
So we registered, must be 25 years ago, a web domain, scrappythelandrover.com.
Named after one of our Land Rovers.
Named after one of our Land Rovers.
Somebody said, "Oh, you bought that little scrappy little Land Rover." So since then,
the Land Rover became known as Scrappy. Anyway, so we've now, you have written a book featuring Scrappy the Land Rover and two friends, their names relate to nothing at all, we promise. But the two friends are called Tabu and Kirsten.
No. Mandla
and Kirsten. Anyway, but it relates to nothing at all, promise. In any case, and their adventures with Scrappy and teaching the lesson of gun safety. So we had this. Lynette wrote the script for the book. She wrote the text. We then sent it away to one of our great friends that's assisted us plenty of times before, and they illustrated the book for us. They did a fantastic job of illustrating the book. As we speak now, the book is in PDF format right now, but it's been sent over to a friend of ours who does publishing, and he's converting it into an EPUB version to put onto Amazon.com. There will be a printable version also on Amazon, and then we're going to print in time for Christmas, of course, because Christmas is just around the corner. We're going to print probably 1,000 copies of soft cover copies, and then some selected hardcover copies of Scrappy, the first edition of the first volume of ScrappyTheLandRover.com, or Scrappy the Land Rover. So that's very exciting for us, and it'll be in the shops. It'll be in all the major firearms shops for Christmas, on sale. Great Christmas gift for younger children. It's really in a children's format. Lynette has done quite a bit of research into this. It's in a proper children's format. If the children can't read themselves, you can read the book to them. It makes a lot of sense. It's funny.
Actually,
it's humorous.
One of the GOSA directors, she's got a 3-year-old, and she read the book for him. And now he's got his toy gun, and he basically calls her, and he's 3 years old. He calls her and he tells her, "There's the gun, and I better go and call you now." And it's a whole story. So that's what we want.
But that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish.
Mommy, there's a gun. What should I do?
That's exactly what we're trying to accomplish.
Absolutely.
We don't want to scare the kids off guns, but we want them to be aware that guns aren't just something to play with. That's not a toy. That's the message, I think. So that's quite exciting. So this is all between now and Christmas. We're going to have at least one firearms festival, possibly two, before December. We want to start bringing the Gun Buddies program into the firearms festivals as well, much after the same fashion that we did with the Girls on Fire events. So we'll start, the firearms festivals are taking more shape, and they'll be more interesting for the entire family. And that's part of our program, that public outreach that we haven't been able to do in a year and a half. We want to start firing that up again. It's important to push our message out into more and more spaces.
Absolutely. I know for Girls on Fire, we're planning hopefully a little introduction to sport shooting as part of that 15 days of
action.
We changed it from activism to action. We hopefully, we still need 16 days. Sorry, I don't know where those 15 days came from.
No.
Very tired. But the
so the UN has the 16 days of activism for against.
No,
15 days of activism against.
16 days. Sorry, no.
16 days.
Sorry, no, you're starting with that.
Sorry, guys.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week. 16 days of activism against women and child abuse. Which ends in the beginning of December.
So it's between it's from the 15th of November or something.
Yeah, so we turned it around. We turned it around and said, look, activism is all good and well, but that's just raising awareness. Pleading with the attackers not to attack people is a really pathetic way of doing things. We've got a better solution. Let's rather train the ladies, and this was the whole genesis of Girls on Fire. We'd rather train the ladies to take action, to be aware. To have the means and the mindset to avoid or survive the situation.
Yeah. So we're also busy.
So that's where that comes from.
We need, if any ladies want to get involved, we want to actually do a collage of photos, where we're basically going to get a pledge, our ladies' pledge. We're not victims. We're every woman. All of those type of things. Hopefully we're going to launch that on the around the 15th of November as well.
Fantastic.
And hopefully then we'll also have a little event, not as big as our Ladies Stop Shot event, but just an introduction to maybe 5 different types of sport shooting. Hopefully we can get that off the ground.
The ranges permitting.
Exactly.
As I said, Squirrel took his knee off our neck a little bit last week, and that's allowed us to get back onto our home range over the weekends.
Yeah, we're actually shooting tomorrow.
So we've got a shoot to prepare for tomorrow, a 3-gun nation cross handgun shoot.
Yeah, we've combined the two because I used to do it on different days, but because the ranges are not available that much, we're doing a combination of the two.
We have to make do. but hopefully the things will get better. I saw on the teaser boards on the lampposts on the way to Waterfall this morning that they're saying that COVID impact is down. So who knows? You know, unless Squirrel feels the need to put his knee back on our necks, and we don't know what's going to happen. I don't think they can afford to. I don't think the country can afford to. But we don't know.
Yeah.
We're unfortunately victims of circumstance in this case.
So yeah, there's a lot of exciting things happening. There's nothing from the legal side that happened this week that was fun.
Well, there kind of is. There kind of is, but I'd rather speak about that next week when we've got a little bit more background to it. We have been dealing with a couple of issues. We have a couple more things that are going to court that I'd like to speak about, but I'd like to only touch on those once we've actually issued paperwork.
Okay.
We don't want to give the CFR too much advance warning of what our thinking is.
Okay, so formally, Scrappy we will have a launch for it on the 31st of October, Halloween. We'll have a couple of kids to come and listen, and we also have a young lady, Jess, which will be also Jess and Shantae will be leading our Gun Buddies program, which is very, very exciting.
So as you may know, GOSA has taken on an intern, a young lady. And she's, so the two younger female members of our staff are going to be running the Gun Buddies because they're more relatable and they're the right people for the job.
They're both awesome girls. So.
Yeah.
No questions, Sarnis? Then I think we'll have a short one today and I can actually prepare for the shoot tomorrow.
Not that short, we were 20 minutes almost.
In any case, thank you very much for everybody that's...
thanks to the viewers.
And we'll see you next week.